We've had this massive shift with this year. The pandemic has served a purpose to some degree, okay? And that's possibly why we've had it here, whatever, okay? Whatever our thought process is on that. But it's those people now that the high anxiety that may pick this up on YouTube, may tune in and sort of say, if not now on the recording, and say, okay, crikey, this is happening. How do we say to them that we don't scare the living daylights out of them when we say, hey, you know, this is what's happening. We've been through those darker parts of ourselves. We've been through the shadow stuff, and that we're here, but there is this shift that's going on. I'm just thinking also of like the everyday person on the street, because they've gone through their stuff, and there's a reason why they've awoken, because obviously us light workers are supposed to be here. Michael, I love that, your hand. But it's true. You know, we are here, aren't we, to sort of help those. How can we help those? That's what I'm just thinking.
It's just trying to communicate with yourself within. I mean, that's what it's all about. And that's how you get the balance through vibration, right? It all starts with that. Yes, we're all healers, connection systems. I understand that too. But like we all live in our reality world system, but it's all about the same thing. It's getting back everybody into position to unity of consciousness, right? That's the whole idea, getting everybody into the fifth dimension of communication.
Which is
right?
which is so.
I've traveled so high into space, okay? So knowing everything through anomaly, through a body, is understanding everything through its atom, through its computer, right?
Yeah.
So everybody has their own communication through healing, which is, I think, is fantastic for the light workers, right? But not everybody is at that position.
I know. Yeah.
Right? So it's extremely hard for everybody to understand, especially because if you're really dark, you're going to feel it more and more.
And we need, look, I think also we need to be careful of using the word if you're really dark, because I think that
exactly. But they're going to feel it December 21st.
I know, but
all the way up to January 1st.
But what I'm saying is, I think sometimes we need to be careful or manage some words as well, like dark. I understand that, but it could be literally like we were saying silver at the beginning, like, you know, dark could be depression, could be that, you know, deep down stuff. So I think some people who might hear this, when they say, well, I'm not dark, you know, I do this, I do that, but I think also need to make people, because we want to look, let's face it, we're here tonight, we want to reach out to as many people as we can, but some people, that might block them in the sense of finding out more information about what light workers do. And light workers just means that we're here, we hear enough information, we want to help you. But
no, that's exactly what I totally agree with you on that. But you have to understand, do you understand soul identification through intelligence? Do you know what that means?
Would you like to explain?
I think anyone knows what that means, Andrew. I think your terminology is galactic. But
it's reading somebody's perception through the inner cycle of them, through intelligence. You find it if they're Drachios, you find it if they're Greys, Trogs, Reptoids, or anything to that formation. That is the intelligence that we're communicating with, not the physical system. The physical system doesn't understand intelligence. We are born through intelligence, through that location. So when you read information, you can scan locations, and that's how you understand the plasma energy system.
Yeah, totally. But that's a completely different terminology, which is
That's what I'm saying. Is I can go to anybody's soul recognition, know if you're a robot, know if you're a Trog or a Reptoid or a Grey.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard to do these things.
I love that everyone is at a completely different level here, because then that means everyone who's watching will be able to resonate towards a different person depending on their level of communication, right? So I know, Andrew, your level of communication is very galactic. You very you speak about a lot of the galactic stuff, which is again what Anne was saying, is a lot of the, for example, I know my family would not get this at all, because I have to translate it for them, because they haven't even got a clue about any of this stuff. So it's great that there's so many different types of us here, especially who are, you know, talking about this and that from a completely different level of understanding. So I love this, because that's what it's about. It's about us coming together and really showing the work that is on so many levels, so that people can come in from any level that they want, and they can just attach to the light and come in and just know that we're here for them, right? Which is what this is all about. So
that's right. We have to find a way to get community, get humanity into a way so they can understand what's going on.
Yeah, it's breaking down those barriers, isn't it, Andrew? I think it's
breaking down the barriers.
Michael, hello, Michael.
I'd like to answer your question.
Okay, Michael.
You're asking what to do, and you guys have already said it, and you keep going. We have to put people in their body systems, their chakra systems. You can't figure out all of it for them. That's what their spiritual path and their guides are for. We're here as facilitators, like Desi, when you did the card reading, you know, and you find when you do readings for people, how accurate they are, because people are recognizing the connection in what you're saying and applying it to their life. So if you put people and you have them focus on then you don't have to worry about like hitting them with these hard words and this and that and the other, and you just guide them through their process as we went through our processes, which are very human for them. We can't come in being like galactic boof Andrew, you're gonna blow nobody's gonna know what you're saying.
I know, but see, that's the thing. That's the position.
I mean,
right
it will
now.
as we filter it down.
That's where I'm at. But I'm saying it's not an instruction manual. This is all done through spiritual. This is a spiritual warfare to the individual. So it's getting a true understanding how they can open up their chakra system, right? Right. So that's the positions I can do through healing, right? Everybody else is something different. They're at their level, right? You have a different side of healing. Jasmine has it, Desi has it, Anna has it, Tina has it. Everybody has it. But it's truly understanding, trying to get humanity to understand that it's not an instruction book. It's all spiritual.
Yeah, that's
it's a spiritual force that they have to fight within. Yeah. Okay, and they have to understand how to open up their heart and change their locations into the transformations of positive feeds.
Yeah, yeah. It's just we have to, what we have to do, I guess, as us being here right now, especially, is to break that down for them, because it's taken me a long time to even get on the ladder of what Reiki is, of what energy healing is, of what, you know, Andrew, what you are doing. So I know there's steps that they have to take, and we can't just throw it all at the same time. So definitely it's good, but that's why this is so important for us to come together, because that's why, for example, some of my friends say, well, none of this stuff makes sense, and this person says that, and that person says that, and it's about us coming together and saying, no, we're all talking about the same thing, but from all different levels of understanding.
Exactly, different levels of vibrations through harmonic resistance. Very good.
Sorry, go on, Mike.
Hey, you guys, we have a question coming through on YouTube. And the question was, what's most important to do on December 21st?
Good one.
Drink lots of water.
Sleep.
Rest.
Lots of rest. Eat properly. Try to eat less meat. Because their central system, because I understand the positions of what's going to happen through vibration, because I correlate division systems. The Earth rotation is going to scan like a washing machine, right? And it's going to do it until January 1st. So it's basically trying to get the balance through your alignment so you get better communication with the Earth rotation of 5D, right? So it has to go through this process.
Okay, so drink, no meat, ideally, and meditate, right?
Eat a lot of veggies, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables.
Yeah. I was going to say also that we were saying about, you know, watching, you know, the darker side of you were saying, Andrew. So I think we need to make people aware of, it's that being aware that it's okay. It's nothing like the planet's going to explode or anything, because some people do get quite fearful when we say, oh, this date's coming up, you need to be careful, whatever, or this is going to happen. I think people have to be aware of, it's not just food that we put into our body, it's the thoughts, the words, what we're hearing.
It's the force, the words. It's how
I think that's overall. It's like, we know about the food as well, but I think some people aren't realizing that it's also about the words. So the comedian me was going to say hide under your blanket, but that was not funny, I know. But the other side, I was going to say watch the words, you know, listen to what you hear around you. And also, this is another one. I was talking to a client today, that you might start feeling that some people aren't going to resonate with you. You're going to start, there might be some people that are going to separate away from certain members of friends or family or community or people around you. You're going to start more lining up with the frequency that feels right within you, your vibrational frequency, the energy. And that's just the same thing as, you know, walking into a room, feeling there's been an argument, whatever. It's that sort of your gut feelings, okay?